Were they Islamophobic, those comments?
Well, as I said, they were wrong, they were ill-judged, they weren't acceptable, and that's why the whip was removed.
Were they Islamophobic, those comments?
Well, as I said, they were wrong, they were ill-judged, they weren't acceptable, and that's why the whip was removed.
Does the Conservative Party's suspension of Mr Anderson mean that at least he is suspected of being a racist?
Well, the words that he chose to use were not the right words to use. They were the wrong words, and words do matter.
Annalise Dodds, the Labour chair, says Lee Anderson's comments are unambiguously racist and Islamophobic. Would you use those words to describe his comments?
Well, I already said I wouldn't use his words, but nor am I going to jump and use an opposition MP's words about Lee Anderson without seeing
Well, why not if they're
detail.
factually correct?
Sadiq Khan's got a terrible record on his track record as Mayor of London.
That's not my
Lots of
question,
things we
Mr Harper. You've already dealt with that matter. My question is, was it racist what he said?
Well, look, I'm not going to get into a detailed analysis of what he said. What he said was wrong, and it wasn't true.
I don't believe that Lee is in any way racist. However, I think he is very worried about a lot of the activity that's underway right now.
I understand that, Minister, but was he racist?
I don't think, personally, that Lee is racist.
To Muslim extremists.
I know Lee, Rachel, and he is not Islamophobic, is not racist, in my opinion, and he's just a guy who says it as it is.
Do I think that Lee Anderson is a racist? The answer to that question is no. Do I think that sometimes he can put his foot in it? Yes.
Our concerns about Islamic extremism, and we should be able to talk about those without being called racist. So I think what Lee Anderson did was obviously he did that in a very unacceptable and wrong way.
In a racist way?
But what we have seen, regardless of that, last week we saw protests outside our own House of Commons